Welcome back to the Realtor Diaries. My name is Elijah McGowan with the Jacoby team at Century 21. With me, as always, is Kim Jacoby, also the Jacoby team at Century 21. And of course, you'll notice in the intro we have our guest here, Emmett Jacoby of the Jacoby team at Century 21.
That's right. He's the OG Jacoby.
Yes, the original in the flesh.
So, of course, we would love it if you would subscribe to our podcast and hit like and do all this stuff. And if you have a story that you want us to share on our podcast or a topic that you want to hear, email us at therealtordiariespodcast@gmail.com.
You know, the topics are surprisingly hard to come up with.
Yeah.
But this week is a really good one. It's anything we've seen at a house that was either unexpected or weird or cool. And so Emmett, I know, has a ton of great stories, but I think I have the least stories. So I wanted to start by one we saw very recently. So 2-story house on a nice lot in Oroville. And it's I think it was a 4-bed, 2-bath. And so normal house downstairs, 3-bed, 2-bath downstairs. And then you go upstairs to the primary suite. And when you go upstairs, you'll notice there is seemingly no 4th bathroom because the bathroom is in the primary suite.
Like it's not walled off?
It's not walled off. So you have like your bedroom off to the right, like over here, and then there's a step up and there's just a clawfoot tub pretty much in the center of the room.
Oh, I think I've
like
seen that one.
right in the middle.
MLS.
It's a beautiful tub. It's amazing. It really is. But then right behind it, there's like a brick shower. It's not brick, it's tile, of course. But like just with a curtain over it. And then right around the corner, still no wall, no doors. It's your toilet. It's like right there.
Out in the open.
Yeah. No, my buyers were unimpressed.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool though.
That is not where the couple would want to stay, is in that upstairs. That'd be for like the teenage son.
Or a bachelor.
Or a bachelor.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a really big house, family with a bunch of kids running around. I'm like, even when you have kids, you have no privacy, but imagine that. It's just
That's awful.
no opportunities. You're always in reach. But anyway.
Honey, I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yes. Go downstairs for the next hour. Just blow up the entire upstairs. Anyway, yeah. So that's when we came up with this topic. I was like, immediately.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. Unexpected.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
Anything similar?
Similar. Speaking of bathrooms.
Oh, yeah?
So I had this one triplex once. It was a listing, and I was talking to the people that were living there because we were going to figure out how this whole thing was going to work. And downstairs was inhabited by cats, like lots of cats. And the previous person actually moved out, and they had gutted the whole place and treated it and rebuilt it, and it still smelled like cat stuff. And so it was a mess, and they were moving out. And then I went up to the upstairs middle unit, and as soon as I opened the door, I was like, whew, stinky. Like vinegar.
Vinegar?
Really?
It was really bad. So
Vinegar smell?
Ammonia.
I just kind of ammonia, yeah. Like, so I go upstairs, and then I see the guys there, and then I peek into the bathroom, and it's something like it looked like a cartoon. Like the toilet looked like there was sewage pouring out of it.
That's so nasty.
And on the floor. And I mean, there was nothing pouring out of it, but it just seemed like there was
Oh, like that's what it looked like?
it looked like it would
Oh
pouring
my
out.
God.
And I was like, hey, is that thing been overflowing? He's like, no, just the way it looks. And it was like the
That's
worst
normal.
bathroom I've ever seen.
And guy was like, oh yeah, that's just normal. That's
just
how
normal.
it is.
And anyway, so later on, I went down to the lower unit because we were getting it cleaned, and we were going to get the upstairs cleaned too once that guy moved out.
Yeah.
And the ceiling in the bathroom just collapsed into the tub.
What? Wait.
There was a little leak from the hot water heater upstairs, and nobody saw it. And then all of a sudden, the ceiling just collapsed.
Like right before you got there? Or
It was like I was there, and then I left, and then I came back, and the ceiling was in the tub.
just right place, right time.
It was just kind of like, oh, we got that obstacle to deal with.
There you go. That's This sounds like a lot.
That was
Luckily, there was nothing on the floor above the tub that also fell through, like the hot water heater or something.
yeah. It had the rafters.
The rafters, yeah.
That's
Crazy.
wild.
That was a long road.
Yeah, that triplex used all bathrooms.
It sold for a lot of money.
Well, I mean, since we're on the topic of stinky and bathrooms, mine isn't about bathrooms, but so I had this listing up in the boonies. You'll remember it. The one that I won't say the name of the street just to protect the privacy of the clients, but it's the one that you followed me out there in the Prius.
I remember.
Okay. So the unexpected thing, there was 2 or 3. One was these people were massive hoarders.
Oh,
And
okay.
so the first time, you know, when somebody calls you and says, I want to list my house, where you come out and look at it, this is my address, and you're looking on the map and it's like way in the boonies. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking dirt road for a long time to get to the house.
No cell service.
No cell service. You don't know what
Total
to
strangers.
expect.
You
at
never know
all.
what you're gonna hit. Yeah.
So the whole thing's unexpected. So we roll up to the house and we're like, oh, okay, this isn't, I mean, from the outside, it looked like a nice house with some deck work that needed to be redone, but
Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Always start.
But then you go in and first of all, you just see stuff everywhere. There were hoarders, and then the smell hits you. And they had little dogs that they just had let pee in the house, you know,
Forever.
And
Wait, your dogs don't pee on the house? No, we don't have dogs.
we don't have dogs. And so that was unexpected. That was the first time I'd, experienced that as a real estate agent.
Yeah, I guess you never expect to open the door and have a smell like punch you in the face.
Yeah. And then also visually just like, I don't know if you've seen those hoarding shows or been in the house that someone's a hoarder, the stacks and piles are above your head and it's
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, but no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's rough. Sounds
yeah.
Well, the thing I remember about that place is because I followed her out there to make sure that she wasn't going to get murdered and everything. So once I figured out that they weren't axe murderers and they were actually cool people, and
Yeah.
then I tried to leave. And so the driveway was so steep and rocky and gravelly that I literally almost couldn't make it out.
Yeah.
I barely made it up the hill with my car.
In his
Oh,
Prius.
no.
And so you guys had to get that whole super steep hill paved
Yeah.
before they put it on the market.
Yeah, we
because
had to get the asphalt.
that
couldn't,
had-
couldn't get the septic tanks.
Holy crap.
You
Big
couldn't do
trucks
anything.
couldn't drive
Oh,
down
no
there.
one could get there.
Yeah. It's like, how are we going to sell your house? People can't drive down and look at it.
Yeah, literally, my car was beeping and stalling as it was going up the hill.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah, if you didn't gun it with just enough power and you wouldn't make it up that hill.
I wish I'd gotten to see it because my mom's house's driveway is pretty steep, but
Yeah.
I've never had anyone have that happen.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So let's see, another unexpected.
Let's get off of stinky, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I have a Boonies one.
Yeah.
So early days, any lead that I got, I would take, and so some people wanted to get some vacant land up in the hills, So I was, had some new clients, and they were awesome, and so we're looking at vacant land up in Forest Branch area, and we're driving down this road and that road, and it's in the fall, We'll just say
Back
that.
in the day.
Back in the day, this is 2011. And then he's like, oh yeah, I know these guys that live over here, or they have this property over here. So we pull up, and there's this big corrugated metal fence gate, and knocked on the door, and there's no cell service or anything. And the gate opens up, and here's a bunch of armed people,
What?
weapons. There's pit bulls running around. There's this little community of people,
What?
and there is just this hill of weed, just hundreds of humongous plants. And it was just what?
Marijuana, for those of you wondering what he said.
Wait, it was something else.
So you guys were just
They're just in the area.
Oh, we're friends. We'll
in the
just
area.
go visit.
It's oh wow, this is interesting.
I walked into a defended compound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, after that experience, I realized that you don't show rural properties during the fall.
Yeah. During
Yeah.
harvest.
Yeah, during harvest season. It's a little different now, I would imagine, but
No,
maybe,
no, I'd stay out
maybe
here.
not. So maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy crap!
Remember the listing that you took kind of in college town where upstairs there was a stripper pole in the room?
Like installed?
Yeah,
Professional.
in the room.
Well,
I
maybe not
remember when
professional.
I was in my truck and I was taking some notes, and then I looked up, and there's a window up there, and it was all dark, but then you could see flashes,
Flashing lights.
like photos.
Okay.
And I was
Like, what were the tenants doing in there?
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
didn't ask.
Photography and stripper poles.
art apparently. Yeah,
The door was locked.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was fine.
I've only ever seen one stripper pole in a house, and like, I was like, okay, this is weird.
I mean,
Like it's not really much.
some people use it for exercise nowadays. It's
true.
like literally they have classes at gyms now, like spinning classes, stripper pole dancing. I don't know what they call it,
Heels
but
too.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I remember on another topic, the first time, this was, when I first got into real estate in 2014, probably the first time I ever toured on office tour a really big, expensive, beautiful house. I'd never been in a big house or anything fancy like that prior to that. I never lived in one, didn't have any family or friends that owned one, so why would I have been in one, right?
Yeah, it was first opportunity.
And it blew me away. I couldn't believe, A, how big the house was. Just like, this is for one couple, a husband and wife.
Yeah.
And I remember in the master bedroom, in the primary bedroom, excuse me, the closet was gigantic. Like it was bigger than most average people's bedrooms.
Yep.
And there was a his and hers, not just a his and hers sink, okay, but his and hers bathrooms.
Like full bathrooms.
They had their own bathroom. And the closet was, I believe it was like in the middle between the two bathrooms.
I've seen a couple like that.
Yeah. Gosh. And then, of course, you go through, and I think this one, you went through the closet, and then there was a whole nother room, and it was the gym, fully equipped with a full gym.
Like a home gym in the truest sense.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know, and it was insane.
Yeah, because maybe I haven't even seen one like that. I don't think, because I've seen like ranch houses that are like pretty big, like stuff with extra units or whatever. But I don't think I've ever seen like a big house.
I know it's one of the perks of being a realtor, because if you go to MLS, usually every local association has a weekly meeting or monthly, depending on how large or small you are, and the agents that have new listings will pitch their new listings and then hold them like an open house for just the realtors to go to at their leisure. And so usually when one of those big fancy houses is on tour, a lot of agents go like, oh no, I don't have a buyer for this house. I just want to see it.
Yes.
Well, this Wednesday I was on tour, and I looked at a house that they had put $1 million into the backyard.
$1 million.
$1 million.
And this is,
And she
if
built-
you're watching from another area, another part of the country or whatever, just know that our median price point for a home in Chico is $500,000.
Yeah, that's
So for someone to put $1 million worth of money into a backyard, that's just insane.
crazy.
It was very impressive.
How do you spend $1 million in a backyard?
Pretty easy.
So tell us,
Easy.
what are some of the features that were in this $1 million backyard?
Well, it had a pool house that was out of control. I think the pool house cost $600,000.
So it was like a fancy house was the pool house.
It was small, not house, but it was big. But then there was
one
like
room or-
a golf simulator in there. There was shuffle table. There was a pool table. There was a spot where, an extra room. There's a bathroom. There's heaters built into the ceilings.
Like the outdoor recreation.
There was a kitchen, and then looked out over the pool that had a slide, and there was a putting green. There was a pickleball court. There's a basketball court. I mean,
That's epic.
it was amazing.
That's incredible.
It was very nice. Best backyard I've seen.
Obviously a swimming pool.
Yeah,
Because there was a
slide.
float house with a slide.
Yep.
Wow. Did it have like waterfalls
Yep.
or anything like that? Wow.
Everything you could think of.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna spend $1 million, you gotta get it
Speakers
all.
throughout the entire backyard and house. everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, you go into the bathroom in the house and it sounds just as loud as in the back corner.
Oh, they're like connected.
Everywhere.
That's insane.
It was amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Lots.
I'm like, I know we need to keep telling stories, but I'm just flabbergasted.
I know. Well, it's on the market. You can see if you go look at it.
I know.
Is it
Well,
vacant?
Nope.
No? Somebody lives there.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no.
Yeah.
if you're qualified, go take a look. Call me. I want to look too.
Yes. And then I had, oh, you have another unexpected one you were telling me about. So you were showing some people property, and that was back during the time when there was a lot of bank-owned
Oh,
properties.
yeah, this is...
And there was a realtor in town that was kind of like, most of their listings were bank-owned properties. So when you saw their for sale sign, you just started getting used to, oh, there's an REO, there's an REO. Anytime you saw that agent's for sale sign, you just assumed it was an REO.
REO, real estate owned.
Yep.
So that's, buyer number 2 of my career, back in 2011. I'm driving around with them and we're looking at properties in Durham, and we're going to another property, and he's like, oh, what about that place over there? And I got this old couple, and they're moving in from the Capay area.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, it's that agent. It's got to be a bank-owned property. So it's vacant. So we pulled in there, and yeah, it looked pretty vacant, overgrown, whatnot. So there's a lockbox by the front door. So I get in there, open up the door, and it looks pretty empty. And so we're looking at the kitchen, this and that. And then so I look into the master bedroom, and there's 2 people sleeping in there. And I looked at them, and I'm just, and again, they're older people.
Your clients?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, there's someone sleeping. And so we just turned around very quietly, and we walked out the door. We locked it, and we never talked about it again.
Oh my god.
And the people didn't wake up?
Nope.
Oh my.
Because that was before, like, I could pull up the listing on my phone and see if
Yeah.
it was, that was kind of back in the day.
Right.
Blackberries
Technology
and-
was a little slower
It
back
was
then.
a lot different.
It's like, hey, let's pull over while I try to connect to Wi-Fi and then look up the listing and
Yeah, with your little Wi-Fi,
right.
whatever you,
Oh, that's when we had the cards.
yeah.
When you had to stick a card in the lockbox and then punch in a code and then pull the card out and then it would open.
Oh, there was no app.
Yeah,
No apps.
there's no app.
I don't think there was
Yeah.
ever an app invented then by,
Very different.
No, yeah, that was before the
iPhones.
wide use of apps.
yeah.
Yes, I know.
For my time.
Elijah's like, how did you even survive?
I have no idea. You could fool me that you guys just ate off of rocks and slept in tents. I don't know.
We made it.
You survived somehow.
Oh my gosh. Well, and then there was that one, Elijah, that you and I went to where
Oh yeah, my first ever
listing
listing
appointment.
appointment. Yeah.
Yeah, so we went together
Yes.
and we're walking through the house and it's in a nice gated community.
Yep. I just joined the Jacoby team, and how did I get this guy? I think he was a floor call. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, come over. Well, I'll show you through the house. You can tell me what you think." And so, normal house. It's like it was 2 stories. We go down. His kids are like gone out of the country for a month or whatever, and we go downstairs, and we go to one of the kids' bedrooms, and we go in, bunk beds, normal stuff, and also like 2 rows of aquariums, or not quite aquariums.
Tanks.
Yeah, tanks.
What do you call those? They're not water in them. But they're-
Terrarium?
Terrarium, yes. There were like 4 terrariums and a cooler in the corner, like one of the stand-up ones. And he's like, yeah, my son, he keeps like salamanders and snakes and other creatures, and I'm just keeping them at the right temperature and feeding them every day. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
insane.
the room was like, you could barely fit in the room because it has
Yes.
a bed and had these huge tanks. There was the standing air conditioner, a dehumidifier, or maybe
It might have been a humidifier.
a humidifier and an air purifier, and the room was all dark,
Yep.
And so we're like, is there, somewhere you could relocate these snakes and
Well,
things?
you were like that. I was not sure what to do. I was not
Yeah,
sure what
I'm
to
like,
say.
if we try to sell the house with these in a bedroom, there's literally going to be some buyers that are so freaked out about snakes that they're not going to buy the house just because those snakes are in that room.
Yep. Someone who might have bought it,
Right.
but then not want to.
And he was like, "No, we're not moving a thing." But, so
I know. It's always the like weird quirk of the house between like trying to show it to the most people. It's like, oh, you gotta make it work somehow. Let me make it work.
yeah, I had one client. Her son had pet rats.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
that did not get removed from
Which like
the home when showings happened.
also like super common to have like pet rats or rodents
Right.
or mammals. Not very popular, I wouldn't
I
say.
know.
But I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of awkward, weird stuff that happens at everybody's house. But I think we have a nice news segment coming up that you guys should stick around for.
That's right. And now it's time for the news. So today's topic, unexpected things at houses, whether
Yes.
they were bad or good. And
And we've decided I'm going to kind of talk to the sellers prepping their house. Maybe you have an unexpected thing or two to take care of. But Kim said it best, I think. Like when you want people coming into your space and the hopes that they'll buy it, you want it to be unexpectedly good. Like they've already seen the photos online. They've read, hopefully, the description that's also there. That you want them to walk in and be like, wow, this is so much better than I expected.
that's right. Yeah. And I mean, they're going to see the house because they love the photos and they
Yes.
think, oh, wow, this has a lot of potential. But when those people walk in and they literally say, this is better than the photos even looked,
Yes.
that's a really good thing.
That's a win. And honestly, it's not unexpected, this first part, but like having the house clean and tidy does wonders. I mean, it feels like a no-brainer, but sometimes, like if you live in a house for a long time, clean and tidy might mean something different to you than it means to the what I would call the market.
Yeah.
And so definitely either your realtor will have a good insight on it, or it might be important to call a cleaner. I know my fiance's family, they know how to deep clean a house.
That's right.
like some people just have the knack for
That's right.
like knowing what most people would call like, oh my gosh, this is spotless.
Yeah, and if nowadays we just have the touch of a button, and then we can ask our AI, our Gemini, our ChatGPT, hey, make me a cleaning list for deep cleaning a house,
Hey, there you go.
and that'll give you all the things that maybe you didn't even think of, like clean the ceiling fan blades, clean the tracks in the windows.
Yep.
You know?
Even like going in the front yard, pulling a few weeds, like making
Yes.
things look a little better. Like, because you never know what people are going to look at.
Yeah.
And you might not expect that they kind of foo-foo on something that seemed totally inconsequential.
Well, and really the amazing thing is, like, if you spend a day or two really, really deep cleaning, and like think of it as like spring cleaning.
Yes.
You're cleaning baseboards, you're cleaning things that you just don't normally clean on a week-to-week basis. You could improve the value of your home by thousands of dollars
Yes.
just by deep cleaning your house.
It's true. And it's worth your time, especially if you're selling soon.
You're going to get a return on your investment for sure.
Yes. And one more thing I wanted to touch on was exotic animals, because I've been to listing presentations with them. I know you have family with exotic animals
Yes,
too, right?
my parents have an African gray parrot. It actually talks.
So whether you have birds, whether you have exotic mammals like rats or like hamsters in large enclosures, or lizards, salamanders, frogs, some people have snakes.
Tarantulas.
You can have any number of pets that you'd like, but some people aren't going to be able to see past them.
That's right.
Some people are going to see the snake in their beautiful terrarium in your living room, and they're going to say, "This house is not for me. It's cursed."
Oh, yeah.
Like that's just the truth. So, I mean, I guess a good recommendation would be to try and relocate them while you're on the market. I know it's not it's really hard to relocate exotic animals.
That's right.
But if you can, once again, might be worth the investment.
Yeah. You could get a return on your investment just.
Yep. And you will have to move them out eventually, just saying.
Yep.
If you're moving somewhere and you plan on keeping them, you will have to move them out eventually. And both of these things, like, they're a time sink, but most of it is just time. I mean, maybe the relocation will take some money, but you will get a return on that investment.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of what I got for sellers.
Yeah, and I think we could add a couple things too. Like when buyers come to a house, what are they expecting? Well, there's some basic things. Like they're expecting when they turn a light switch on that the lights are going to come on.
Yeah,
So
they expect like
if you have a burnt out light bulb, change the light bulb. Make sure all your light bulbs work.
yeah, when they expect when they flip a switch, something happens.
Yeah. A door, like the door that leads to the backyard. If it's always been like a sticky door and you've just learned to live with it, and you're like, well, if you just pull up and nudge and bump it with your hip, then it'll close.
Oh, but yeah, like you can get really used to some of the quirks
Yeah.
of your house, but some people like if they open the door and it scrapes because they don't know the lifting trick or whatever for your door, they are going to be disappointed.
And I have to tell you that buyers will think on that specific topic, on doors not opening correctly, they will think that the house, the foundation of the house must be sinking because it's not square anymore. And I've been in that situation with a listing in a seller. The slider didn't lock properly.
That happens all the time.
Yeah. And the buyers were so convinced that there was something wrong with the foundation. This was a fairly new home.
Okay.
That we went ahead and contacted the builder and tapped into the builder warranty
Really?
to reframe
Whoa.
the slider and make sure that the foundation and everything was right. It was a humongous deal, all because the slider didn't lock properly.
Yep. So that is to say, sellers, you never know.
Yeah.
So just make it the best you can, and you will see those. What goes around comes around. You spend time like making things good for the people coming through the home.
Yeah.
That will come back to you.
And I think, we haven't decided on this, but I think that our next episode should be talking about as is, because I know some of people watching and listening, they're going, I don't want to fix the door that sticks. We're just selling it as is, right? Well,
Yeah. we did come up with that topic, and so maybe next time we'll talk about that.
as is.
What does that really mean?
Let's see what our buyers out there are going to say about that. But anyways, speaking of buyers,
Yes.
so buyers, I think in terms of this topic, right? Unexpected. Okay, let's say I'm a buyer and I walk into a house and I see orange shag carpet.
Ick, don't want the house.
Like
I'm
from
done.
the 70s. You're just like, oh my gosh, that's hideous. It's unexpected, right? But that is something that is very possible to change. Yes, it costs money, but you can change it. Now, let's think of another example. Let's say that you're walking through a house, you're considering, or you're looking at it, right? You're not considering buying it, but you're looking at a house and you walk through this bedroom and you're like, where's the third bedroom? And then you see a doorway and you have to go through that bedroom to get to the third bedroom. That's something that's not going to be that easy to change.
That's a rough one.
So buyers, our encouragement is that when you're looking at houses, yeah, there's going to be unexpected things, but try to think of it, put it in a category as, is it possible to change this? Is it reasonable to change it? Things included like cleaning, deep cleaning. So maybe that seller that's selling the house just didn't have the ability to clean, the funds to clean, whatever the reason was. Could you clean it or hire a cleaner? If you can't, if the answer is yes, then that is an unexpected thing that you can solve.
Yeah, I do. I feel like buyers sometimes underestimate. Maybe it's a weird way to put it, but like the power they have.
Yeah.
It's like you have the power to like get things changed or change them yourself.
Yeah, it's your house after you buy it.
Exactly. Like it's like we're not at it being your house yet, but like it's good to come in with the understanding, especially if you're going to live there for a long time, at least for the foreseeable future.
Right.
Like this is, you want to see the underlying of, okay, well, I hate this orange shag carpet, but like how long would it really take me to change it?
And I think a lot of buyers think, well, we don't want to have to do any work on a house at all. But just from lots and lots of experience, I can tell you that let's say you close escrow on a Monday, you could have all the flooring replaced, the entire inside of the house painted, all new light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, done, and move in the following week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
that's very doable. And your realtor is there to help you set all that up ahead of time, get you bids, and get it all scheduled, so then it's not like you're living in a construction zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have it done before you move in.
Yep. And like you have to move from where you are to where you're going.
Yeah.
And so just working in the time, like you said, a week into the project of your new home isn't going to be a lot in the long term.
Build in 1 or 2 weeks of a buffer before you move in, and you can have all those very doable things changed. Things that like layout, a cigarette smell, animal pee, like dog pee and cat pee, and the location of the homes, those things that are harder to change.
Yeah.
And those unexpected things.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say those are easy to change in a week. I was like, hold on.
No, those things are much, much harder, much, in fact, impossible in terms of location, right?
Sure. Most of the time, you can't move the house.
Yeah, I would say there is that like 0.005% of homes that have literally been moved.
Yep. Especially like some cities, like they've been like raised a few feet. It's like, whoa.
I know.
They did that.
I know. I watched some HGTV episodes where they moved a house across town, but in most normal cases,
those are the exceptions to a rule. But I think on that note, those are some good tips just to keep in mind, whether you're buying or selling. Unexpected things can happen, but you want to learn to see past it and look at the bigger picture, especially if you've lived in it for a long time and you're selling, or you're buying and you plan on living there for the foreseeable future.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, and we look forward to catching you on the next one.
See you later.